Stephen A., this wasn't just any coach. This was the quarterback's coach, and he wasn't consulted. What's your reaction to what he said?
My reaction is that Aaron Rodgers should leave Minneapolis, Minnesota, because he obviously was here yesterday in this freezing cold weather and what have you, which he's accustomed to, playing in the ice, at at Lombardi Field and all of this other stuff. But Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers should depart from Minneapolis. He should take a flight back to Wisconsin, and what he should do is he should go into the offices of the Green Bay Packers executive, maybe Ted Thompson, make sure Mike McCarthy is there, and Aaron Rodgers should demand to be traded. He really, really should. Listen, this is an organization that does not appreciate him. This is an organization, I'm going to say this, and I want everybody to understand, and I dare a damn soul out there to disagree with me. I'm not talking resume because we all know who has the greatest resume. But as a talent, throwing in the pocket, outside the pocket, scrambling to left or right, flinging a football, I believe that Aaron Rodgers is the most talented, the greatest quarterback I have ever seen. Ever. And for Green Bay, of all people, to have him, you're ranked in the bottom half defensively in 3 of the last 5 years. You were 21st or worse defensively. You've given them very little help on the defensive side of the ball. You've given them the same old on the offensive side of the ball. Time and time again, he's had to pull magic out of his hat, his hands, to deliver the goods. The man has thrown for 38,000 yards. He completes 65% of his passes. He did the touchdown to interception ratio is off the charts. This brother is on another level. And you will sit up there and get rid of his quarterback coach without even telling him, who the hell do you think you are? The Green Bay Packers are sorry. They do not appreciate this man nearly enough. And although I know he has 2 years left on his contract, I am of the opinion Aaron Rodgers should walk into their office and say to hell with it. If you can't appreciate me enough to show me the proper respect that my talent demands, then you could kick rocks, because there's at least 29 to 30 other teams that will kick in the door to get me. Get me the hell up out of here and see what you can do without me. Go ahead with Brett Hundley if you want to. That's what he should do today.
There are 31
That's
other teams.
what he should do.
There are 31 other teams that would be
31.
significantly better with Aaron Rodgers. But I'm saying with Aaron Rodgers on, Aaron Rodgers makes every single team that ever existed better if you swap him for their quarterback. Now, I know why you say the GOAT is Tom Brady. I agree with you, because the greatest of all time is based on your accomplishments. If you have a great coach and you're a great quarterback and you keep winning Super Bowls, right, and you're on great teams largely because of you, you will be the greatest of all time. When you call it talented, I'll choose a different word. I'll say best, meaning it's less dependent on everyone else around them. Meaning if you swap him out with any other player, that new team gets better, your team gets worse. Aaron Rodgers is the best football player I've ever seen. Like Lawrence Taylor, I think that about at his peak. That guy, that's the best I've ever seen. But Aaron Rodgers is the new answer to that question. He is unbelievable. And for that reason, Stephen A., he belongs in Green Bay. I agree with you that they're mishandling this. We see eye to eye about this almost down the line. But I think the Packers, more than any other team, are in fact America's team. Not just that they're, publicly owned, or that they're really represent the middle of the country. Probably better than any other team. They're more Peoria certainly than New England or Dallas or any other team you want to mention, but also because of their history.
You're assuming everybody knows Peoria.
Peoria is a Midwestern town that at one point in our history represented American demographics almost perfectly. So it was considered a typical, American town. And certainly the Green Bay Packers represent that probably better than any other team. They're also, so for all those reasons, they're also their history, the frozen tundra, and Vince Lombardi, the answer to the greatest coach ever before Belichick. It is the Lombardi Trophy after all, and Bart Starr, and Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. The Green Bay Packers is where Aaron Rodgers, the best player in the history of the game, not the greatest, not the most accomplished, but the highest peak performer in the history of the game, belongs. Otherwise, we see eye to eye on this. They are not showing him the kind of respect that he absolutely deserves.